I'm Tim.
I'm Anna.
This is Geeked Up Game Review Group. We're going to bring you guys a review of Last Call.
I thought I'd turn the tables there.
Yeah, I guess so. Caught me a little off guard. I'm like, what are you waiting for? Anyways, Last Call is a bartender game.
Last Call.
What did I say?
Lost Call.
Well, you might get lost by the end of the game if you're using alcohol, but... okay, so Last Call is a game of making alcoholic beverages, so I would not recommend for children to play this or to watch us play it. So, not that we use alcohol, we do use only the game pieces. So, nothing wrong with that.
Like 2 years, so.
Yeah, it's because you've been pregnant for 2 years. So, anyways, other than our stories of alcohol use and everything else, it's a bartending game, and basically what you're doing is your goal is to make as many drinks, or all of your drinks, which is 4. You get 4 different types. One's only 2. One you have to make with 3, and then 4, and then 5. We will show you all that. And basically, after you make all your drinks, you want to be the person with the least amount of ice cubes. Ice cubes are actually penalties. So if you make a drink with too much vodka, say you only need 3 vodka and you actually use 2, then you're gonna have to take ice for that extra vodka that you had left over. So anyways, that's basically a simple rundown of what we're gonna show you. So we will go ahead and go over to the box, show you guys the amazing components. My favorite components out of that are the ice cubes, so I'll probably highlight those. Alright guys, so here's the box for Last Call, the Bartenders game, by Chris Dowd, and I cannot pronounce his name, Watsal Poag, I guess. So let's go ahead and take this lid off, and you can see it's got like a little neon sign and a little drink there. And the rulebook's really cool. It's kind of set up like a menu, and it shows you all the contents and obviously how to play and everything. It's also written in Spanish. Oh no, that's French. I'm sorry. So, it's got the flag down here. I think that's French. I'm sorry, I apologize if you guys are watching this, and I don't know. And I think this is German. So that's kind of cool. They got it in a couple different languages, other than English. So these are the tokens, or the platform pieces that will be set out, and then they'll each have their designated 4 bottles on there, and we'll show you that on the setup and how to play on what I'm talking on there, because that's kind of hard to explain. The coasters, if you're playing more than 2 people, these will be used. If you're only playing 2 people, they won't be used. But the coasters are going to show you which bar you are, and then these are going to show, you can explain it better. How do these work? Oh, explain order.
Like, yeah.
So if these are, this will be easier. Let me just lay these down. We'll just simulate this real quick.
So if these 2 people want to make an order, this one has priority over this one. So this one gets moved down and they get to make their order.
Right, so whoever's at the top has priority over the ones at the bottom. And yeah, so like she said, if these 2 wanted to make orders, this one would go first, they would move to bottom, and then this person could go, and then they move to bottom. So I guess kind of going first, you get bumped up and then still have priority over the other person you're already against. So that is those. These are the cards that are going to trigger who you can trade between. So like if we had all of them set out and Kathy popped up, and then Jasmine popped up with her board over here, you could trade this way back and forth, but you couldn't to Steve. So just kind of like showing you guys those components, how they work. I'll show it more in detail. Then we have the drink cards, and there's plenty of them here. So you'll rarely ever get the same thing twice on making drinks and everything. And basically what you have to do is get the designated balls that match here, and the color. So it shows 2 blue, 1 yellow, 1 green, and then that would get you what you needed. And then if you got a drink, or was making a drink that was more than that, then you would take an ice cube as a penalty. And these are really cool. I was really impressed with these because they're really clear and crystally. And these are the ice cubes that you have to, for your penalty points. So whoever has the least of those at the end of the game is going to win. And then we have the bottles. And these are going to represent gin, brandy, vodka, Irish cream, rum. And those are going to be your 5 main ingredients to make your drinks. So let's go ahead and show you guys how to set the game up, and we will show you also how to play. Alright, so this is how the game's going to be set up. You're going to have all of your named bartenders, or whatever you want to call them, sitting out here in a circle like this, and then you put 4 of the bottles on each character. Now the bottles are not tied to any certain character. You can put them on whichever ones. Just make sure that they are the same 4 on each character. And then we have our last call cards. And we're going to go ahead and use the coasters just to show you guys kind of a simulation of how those work, even with 2 people. And then we have 1 drink card from each deck. There's the specialties, shooters, martinis, and highballs. The highballs are going to use 4 cards. The martinis are going to use 3 bottles, not cards.
4 bottles.
And then the shooter is going to use 2, and then the specialty drink is going to have 5. So the specialty is actually harder to get. Playing 2 players goes pretty quickly. I'll let Anna go first.
So I'm the dealer at this point, and on this we let these out to show you. You don't use them in a 2-player, but more players you use them to show priority, but since it's 2 players you don't really need to do that. And you just keep your coaster out in front to show when, so you know which one's which.
You are, yeah.
And then
and you can put the drink on it, I guess.
So I'm the dealer. And when you play 2-player, dealer can call order. But if you play more than 2 players, dealer cannot call order. So that's another variation. So it's Steve. And what you can do is you can call order when there's 2 places lit up that you want to. So these 2 can be traded. You got to give people kind of a second to look. Okay. I don't need to order. And then this is Steve again. And then here's Jasmine.
Call.
Okay, he calls the order.
I say call, but it's supposed to say order.
Okay, go ahead.
So what I'm going to do is pull 1 green bottle over to the white ones. The reason I'm doing that is because I have a drink that's obviously going to need all of them. And then once you have them all on 1 pad, then you can claim it.
And then, so what happens with that is these go away.
Just the two that were used.
Yeah.
So Otto will stay there because he was not used.
And then now Tim is the dealer.
Yeah, so it'd be Otto again. And then we'll go to Frank's. Frank and Otto. I'm going to call if you don't.
I'm not calling.
Okay, so the reason that I had to wait for her to go is because she, well, 1, has priority, and 2nd, I have the dealer deck, so it's kind of confusing with 2 players. So what I'm going to do is bring a black over to the red. Now that's going to finish my shooter. Now I can claim that, but I have to take the penalty. So I have these 2, but I need 3. I have 3 extras, so I take the penalty, and I have to take 3 ice cubes, and I'll put them over here in front of me. So right now, I have a card down. Those aren't worth any points. These are what you don't want.
Okay.
So the scoring system is kind of like golf.
And then this goes, now Tim made that order, so he's the dealer again.
Yes.
So go ahead.
Right. Okay, so Otto again. Frank again. Do you need anything? Hilda.
Order.
I was going to as well. Okay, so you called that, so these go away.
Oh wait, no. Otto.
Oh, it was Frank.
It was Frank. Yeah.
My bad.
So now I deal. And
Call. Nope. Yes. Yes.
Your order.
No. I don't know. No.
Okay. Order? Hold on. Well, me. Okay, no, I'm not ordering.
I will. Whoops. I'm gonna move the rum over here with the vodka. Not that that'll stay there, but at least it's building me towards one
so
of my
you
cards.
deal. You ordered.
Why'd you put these on here?
What was that?
You put Steve on here. I don't know what that was. Was that the next card?
Yeah, it was the next one. Go ahead.
Okay, so Steve, Otto, you want anything off of that? Okay, I'm going to. No, I'm not. All right, we're going
yes, I'm gonna order. So what I'm doing here is now I'm gonna also. Okay, never mind.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, it's your flip, because you ordered, but Jasmine was the next one.
Okay. And then Otto again. Man, Otto's popular. No?
I don't know. I guess not.
No.
Time out. Time out.
Oh.
You're going too fast.
Sorry.
Too
Why
fast.
are you so slow?
Okay, go ahead. I'm lost right now.
Cafe. Order. I'm gonna take these two, put this, and I am going to make this drink right here. These are here. I only take one ice cube. And so I deal because I made the call. Order.
I guess I should look at my cards.
And I'm gonna order.
But do I have superiority?
You do.
Okay. Oh, man, there's nobody on Kathy. Oh. Sometimes you have to deeply pay attention, and that's going to give me one ice because there was one extra rum.
Okay. And now it's your deal.
Yeah. Okay, make sure one card's there. Oh yeah, now you come out. Call.
Or no, go ahead.
Well, I'm only a dealer, so you get to.
You go ahead.
Okay.
And you deal again.
Jeez, Otto, you are popular with the ladies.
Go. Order.
But I don't need that. I'm just kidding.
And go ahead.
Frank.
No, I'm.
Oh well, build this next one. So we have all the same people again.
Order. You have priority.
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I'm not dealing. 2, 1, 2, 1 ice. So I have one card left.
So what did you take, Kathy and Otto?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so weird hearing Otto.
I know.
Because it's not the Otto we know.
Sons of Anarchy. Go ahead, you're dealing.
Drinking held to stay. Otto, my man.
Deal.
Hilda. No? Kathy?
Deal. Order, I mean.
Deal or just hoorah, whatever.
And then I'm gonna do this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, with that. So there those are, and I only have one extra.
It must be the ice. We have to get ice to water it down because there was so much alcohol in it. Too much. You just had too much brandy. I don't like brandy.
An ideal, right?
Wait, did you take the cards away?
Oh, it was these two.
Yeah. Party foul. You knocked the room over.
Frank.
Frankie boy.
Okay.
Steve. Oh, I should be looking at my card.
Order.
Okay. Go ahead.
it's my turn to deal.
It is. Oh, I need to order. Oh, this is gonna be red, white, yellow. Okay.
Okay, so that was your last one, right?
Yeah, and I had to take 4 penalty for that.
Wow. Okay, so now that that happens, basically, if you are playing more than 2 players, you would take his thing over here and start a new pile. And these are people who have checked out, or it's called something like something bartendery.
Anyways, we left.
So now it's my. What happens is you go in a fashion where every player then makes the rest of their drinks, but you have to get an ice cube for every one you move. So I'm gonna make this drink right here, and I have these 2 right here, and I'm going to pay an ice cube to move
Bailey's.
this one over here, and then there's an extra one. Oh wait.
Why'd you move that all the way over there on your card?
Right there. 1, 2, 3, and then there's an extra. I'm not drinking anything. And then I'm gonna make this, and that is going to move 1 over here. I take that. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 3 extra. So now we add up our total ice cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
What? Are you serious?
What do you have?
I have 9. Even with that 4 that I just took. So I lost because I have 1 more minus than you did.
And you know what? This is what's happened every time we've played the game. You check out first, and then I do my thing, and then I win.
Not
No,
the
you won
first
the first.
game.
You did win the
First game I played it because I've noticed that it could end up being that yeah, you get to move whatever you want at the end, but if you make enough movements, then it really just destroys you.
And now there's 2 things we weren't able to demonstrate that happens. If at any point there is 3 cards on a person, that person is then a wild bartender. What that means is that anybody can order any drink to go to that bartender or anything that's on that bartender to go out. So that's a wild bartender.
Yep.
When there's 3, and when there's 4 on a person, it's wiped. And immediately all of them come off of that person. So that's what happens with those 2 things we weren't able to demonstrate. But
and if you run out of these, you just reshuffle the discard and then continue on with the...
And instead of each person gets 1 card. So we didn't really explain that. We just kind of had that done. So
I went through that.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
Okay. Well, so as you can see, it plays really well. Really kind of fun and easy. And they said that you can also, a variation is you can add, you can make it into rounds, so that like the first person to win 3 times wins or something, since it kind of plays quickly.
Or if you accumulate all your negative points at the end of 3 rounds or whatever, you can win. You can play it that way too.
So now we'll go over to conclusion and tell you what we think.
Alright, so our final thoughts on Last Call, or as I called it in the beginning of the video, Lost Call. It's Last Call, L-A-S-T, not L-O. So, it is a bartender drinking game, which you guys already know all that. What are your thoughts on the game?
I thought it was kind of cool how you're trading, and I kind of thought, okay, well, I'm going to try and screw up his drinks by adding more drinks to hit, like, more things, but that only took away time from what I needed to do, and it goes by pretty quick. There's a variant in the rulebook that says that if you want to make it a longer game, you can play it in rounds. So the most person to win in 5 rounds or something like that. And it was very 2-player friendly. I thought it was very quick. We played it very quick, but it is very 2-player friendly.
Yeah, because in multiple players, which we can't show you because there's only 2 of us, but in multiple players, as Anna showed you, you would use the little tavern things, and those are going to add a variant, but then you take those away to play 2 players. So they do have a 2-player mode, and then they have the rules for the multiplayer.
Right.
So that's kind of nice that they built it for 2 players. It's not, because sometimes you'll get a game like this and it's only 3 to whatever. So for us, it's kind of nice that it's 2, and then you can just add people.
Yeah, the modifiers helped. Like, I mean, they're just that you can order during the other person, during your own deal.
Because normally you would not be able to order or play the order action as the dealer, but in 2-player, it doesn't matter. You know, I don't think it even matters who the dealer is the whole game either.
It's
because the cards are gonna flip either way.
It played not like a one of our like detailed board games really. It plays like a party game, like something you'd play at the campground with people who aren't gamers.
Yeah.
And there's a physical rule book, so you can learn how to play it while camping.
I thought it was really impressive that they made the rule book look like a menu book.
Yeah.
Oh, not because I think it was.
You didn't get my joke though.
If it what?
I felt like my joke just died.
I must not pay attention. What was it?
I said that you can learn it while camping because it comes with a physical rule book.
Oh, yeah. She goes, well, maybe they should make DVDs instead of rule books, or somebody said that, and she goes, but what if you're camping? I'm like, out of all the places you could have thought of, we're going to be camping, and that's the only time we're going to need the rule book.
I mean, really, if you don't have a DVD player when you're camping and you open it up.
The thing is if they did the DVDs, then us reviewers would no longer have a reason to do this, other than saying the game is good or not good. So we are the DVD. So nobody put DVDs in your games.
I don't know. What?
It would cost too much anyway. Because then you have to pay the guy to do it. Anyways.
So, I like it. I would bring it to, I don't think my parents would play it with the theme, but like people, like family party type games, like when you're sitting there having a couple drinks or whatever, I think it'd be fun to play like that. Yeah, I'd play it again. It's fun. I'd break it out.
I guess since it is a bartender's game, then they did use terms like vodka and gin and rum and Irish cream, stuff like that. I think it's all. Okay, what I'm trying to say is those little bottles are kind of nice, as far as not just the name, but they're also the way they made them because they're easy to pick up and move. They didn't make them little tokens or anything. They actually made them look like maybe.
The components on this thing are phenomenal. We think that they're really cool.
Yeah. The ice was my favorite component. Just because of how clear they are. I've never really seen how they could get plastic to be that clear. But because you usually have that smoky, filmy look to it, and it doesn't. Like if they made that look like ice, then it wouldn't look like ice. I know, she thinks I'm crazy. But anyways, it's a really cool game. It's a lot better than I was thinking it was going to be.
I was going to try to say this earlier, but it plays like a card game. Like, it plays like Go Fish or Old Maid or something like, to me, you trade, okay, it played very much like a card game to me.
But
felt like me playing Uno or something like that. It's not.
The only thing that I thought that was kind of it's made that way for a reason, and I don't have anything wrong with the mechanic. It's just irritating to me because when you would say order, but if somebody else beats you to it, then they get.
No, they don't.
In a 2-player, you get it because if I had the deck.
Oh yeah.
That's the only thing that was different.
But in a multiplayer, if you call order, if there's the priority. If you have high priority.
Right, yeah, the tokens. But with 2-player, if you're holding the deck, you have to let the other person decide if they're going to order or not order.
Yeah.
So I think that if we play it with 2 players, then we're just going to automatically say, you get to order, or I can call order. We wouldn't even have to call order. We would just go in that. And if you do, then I pass you the deck. If you don't, then I keep the deck and then I order, and then I do my order, or something. Everything works mechanically. Mm-hmm. I think that we would just alter it just for comfortability. So, but there's nothing wrong with the way it is already. Just a house rule probably is what we would just change it to.
But yeah, I like it. It's cool. The components are awesome. If you're into drinking games, that might be one to pick up and add to your library. If you wanted to add a drinking variant to it, like every time you make a drink, you would take a drink or something like.
Yeah, and the only thing that I don't like about, as far as It's not even game related. It's the company name. I can't pronounce it. That's the only thing I don't like. I think it's pronounced like Wattlepog. Wattlepog. Something like that. It's WATTSL something POAG. I think it's LAPOAG. Anyways,
Doesn't bother me.
I can't pronounce it. Is there anything else?
No.
Alright, well, I'm Tim.
I'm Anna.
This is the Geeked Up Game Review Group, and this is Last Call, a bartender game. The bartender game.